Making our way through the Smokies. Third day of being out here. We're going to try to push it a little hard today. Going for like 14.7 miles to a shelter. We'll see how it goes. So it was a full house at the shelter last night. Ended up having a lot of fun. Everybody was really cool. I think we could have probably squeezed a couple more in if somebody else would have showed up last night, but it was top bunk, bottom bunk, all full. So everybody was cooking and eating, and yeah. Then about 7 o'clock, everything shut down, and everybody crawled into their warm bags, quit shaking from the freezing cold, and warmed up and fell asleep. So it did get, that wind last night was coming in through the tarp on the front of that shelter, and it was blasting cold air at you, which wasn't all that bad. So luckily we were dry and able to get in a warm bag. So I don't know if I mentioned this before, but in the Smokies, you are required to stay in the shelters as a thru hiker. But there are section hikers out here that have priority to the shelters over the thru hikers. So if the shelter's full and some section hikers come in, they have to stay at the shelters. The thru hikers have to get up and pitch a tent and stay outside the shelter. If the shelter's already full when you get there, you're allowed to camp around the shelter. So that's one of the rules in the Smokies. Well, here is Rocky Top. We have just climbed it, and it is rocky on top. And these are the views from Rocky Top. On top of the world. And here comes money.
All right.
On top of Rocky Top.
Is this Rocky Top?
This is Rocky Top. Well, we ate lunch on top of Rocky Top, left and started going up another hill, mountain, and heading up to Thunderhead now. But got most of that climb. We got about 100 more feet of elevation to get to that. So, nice day for a clear day out here. We're gonna get some good views. Feels really good to have sun and warmth today. Last night, before I went to bed, had most of my clothes on and I was shaking. It was just downright cold. But that's why we carry an extra gear through the Smokies, so we can try to stay warm and make sure we get through. All right, at 1:30, we were a little over 1/3 of the way to our destination. So we got 6 hours to make 9 miles. But earlier in the day, we stopped at Rocky Top and visited, had some food. And then when we stopped for water, we dried our tents out and talked some more. So the rest of today is putting in miles. So I have no doubt that we can do it. Okay, that's the trail.